Hi, Steve. I want to talk to you about what you do and how it helps realtors. So, I know you do weight loss coaching. You're a fitness instructor. You've been at this for like 20 years.
Yes.
So, introduce yourself a little bit.
Awesome. So my name's Steve Scarf. The current company that I have is called Real Fit. Basically, my background got started as an athlete first. So I actually started in competitive kickboxing. I've done that kind of all the way along, and I became a personal trainer because it fit really well with the sport. I found that I actually loved helping people with their fitness, particularly on weight loss, because there's such a big impact in their lives from losing weight. From there, I transitioned into having my own kickboxing gym. I ran that for about 7 years. At the start of COVID, we actually decided to close it and transition all of our coaching online. And it actually ended up that we were able to serve everybody at a much higher level because we went a lot deeper on the nutrition and lifestyle side of things, which is really where the weight loss results come from. And then it just happened that a lot of the clients we transitioned with were realtors. So we saw all the particular challenges that they face as far as like their schedule, chaotic all over the place, eating meals in their car, no time to work out. And then a traditional weight loss program just wouldn't work in that context. So we come at it with a really customized approach, taking individual likes, dislikes, injuries, mental blocks. We factor it all in so that we come up with like a nice custom approach for each person and then really support them along the way as well. And it's been amazing.
Yeah, that's great. It's really cool how it's all about realtors, right? Like
Absolutely.
the
Yeah.
schedules are upside down and it's really demanding. And
Absolutely.
if you get your health right, if you get your fitness right, then you can get your money right. Right?
100%.
Like
It always
it
helps.
all connects to that. So like,
Absolutely.
can you give me an example of how you've seen that happen? Like where you
Yeah. So
work with someone and then suddenly other results come in?
100%. So pretty much any area of our life, whenever we're trying to make progress, if there's any blocks in another area of our life, it's going to hold us back, right? Whenever we make
Mhm.
progress in one area, it bleeds over into another. So if someone needs to lose, an example, 40 or 50 pounds, a lot of times that's where people will come in. That's a huge mental block. And there's a lot of mental energy that's going to that, even if you're not aware of it.
Right.
Usually start working with someone, they start losing weight, they're eating better, they're feeling better, their energy levels go up, and they're now have more mental focus to approach work with, and their income always ends up going up. So they have more energy, they start making more money, they're making progress in one area, it bleeds over to the next area, and then it just keeps compounding.
Have you worked with sales reps outside of real estate? Like, have you
Yeah,
noticed
we
this
can
happen?
help everyone. I'd say probably 15% of our clientele is not realtors, but that is where we primarily focus.
Okay, okay. Very cool, very cool. So I have to build my muscles, right? I have
Not
to.
necessarily. Not necessarily. You know what? Most
Okay,
people that want to get fit, they always focus on the exercise first.
right.
And if you think about a traditional like exercise approach, okay, I want to lose 20 pounds, so I'm going to start going to the gym 3 times a week. That's pretty standard advice, right? One
Mhm,
hour to work out, a half an hour to get there and back, maybe a half an hour to shower and get ready. So that's like 2.5 hours 3 times a week. So we're
mhm,
at like 7.5 hours a week. If we just took 1 hour a day and got our nutrition right,
mhm.
we'd be miles ahead than if we just didn't work out at all.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny because I find this to be a challenge. Like I've been working out my whole life. And
Yep.
then in the last, I don't know, last couple years, I've noticed like I squeeze in that half an hour and I do it regularly, but
Yeah.
really like a half an hour is not the same as, a dedicated hour. And
I wouldn't say
I know
no.
how challenging it is. I know how challenging it is with demands. And it's like, how do you just put in that time? Like, how do you teach people to put in that time?
Yeah,
It's
so it's really about all fitting the schedule. A lot of the times, if we're doing stuff on the exercise side of things, it's 10 to 15 minutes. That's it.
okay.
Because really, exercise is about helping your shape and your energy, not as much about weight loss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Especially if
I'm
you're
coming
keeping your
at it
body in
from
shape.
an
Yeah,
energy standpoint,
of course.
because that's what it is, right? It's like there's only so much energy you have, there's
Exactly.
so much you could do. And in sales, we're hustling, like we're
Yep. It's
hustling,
busy.
hustling, hustling, and it's hard. It makes it hard, right? It's
Yes.
not like a job where you're just like doing administrative work and
Mhm.
you're sitting around all day. You're really hustling in sales, as you know, working
Absolutely.
with realtors. So I
Yep.
think this is a really good topic for people to like really think about.
And sometimes it will really help if everything's just laid out for you. So intuitively, usually we know what we should be doing, but when we actually see it laid out in a plan, it makes it easier. So if it was like, hey, Nicole, here's what you need to eat for breakfast. Here's what you need to have for your snack when you're crazy with your cold calling your schedule. Here's what you need to have for lunch. Here's what you need to do for dinner. It's just there for you. It makes it simple. So like mentally, you don't have to think about it, and it frees
Mm-hmm.
you up to tackle other things. And then we'll set it up in a way that nutritionally, it's really going to keep you energized so that you can keep pushing and tackling the day.
Yeah, exactly. And when you have the energy, you can close those deals, you can
Yes,
get out there, you can,
100%.
you're not like, grabbing a coffee at like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, not eating all day, rushing around. It's crazy.
Sure.
It is crazy if you're not careful. So
Sure.
look, like I really appreciate this time. What's the
Absolutely.
best way for people to reach you?
The best way, any of my social media channels, we're on LinkedIn, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, or they could even just send me an email directly, stevedcscarf@gmail.com. Any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'll make sure that all the information is in the description box. People can find
Perfect.
you. And thanks again.
Thanks so much.